to a massive day at Sha Tin. 10 races on the programme, all of them on the turf. 3 Group 2 races. It is the final major lead-up races to HKIR, which is 3 weeks away on Sunday. A very warm welcome to Racing to Win. I'm Andrew Jeune, joined here in the studio by Paul Lally, our form analyst, and race caller Tom Wood as well. Tom, and the lineups don't get much better. We've got all the big guns back. All the big guns are out, Andrew. They certainly are. Should be a terrific day of racing at Sha Tin. The weather should be good. Jockey Club Mile, Beauty Generation beaten last start. Waikuku going around in that race. You've got the Cup with Exultant and Rise High, who are the informed horses in that race. And the sprint, there's so many talking points about the sprint, isn't there? Yeah, we'll probably devote the whole show to the sprint itself, Paul. But jackpot-wise, what have we got? We've got a couple, actually, as well, just to add a little bit of extra spice to the card. We've got 700,000 going into the triple trio, and 1.9 million going up to the 6-up win bonus. So a little bit extra if we need it. I don't think we do, but it's there. Would be nice. Well, it's always good, isn't it? We'll take it. Yeah. Jockey news as well, Tom. Alexi Bedell back, and he's already got a winner on the board. Hugh Bowman in town for the weekend, and Sylvester de Sosa. Yeah. He is. He had a great season last season. Did Sylvester? I wrote down how many winners he rode. It was 44 last season, so he had a great season. Great to have him back, and certainly will add some flavour to the next few weeks. All right, there you go. We'll get into that in a little bit more detail. Look at Sylvester as well. He's got 10 in actual fact on his first day back in the saddle. We've got 10 races to pack into the show as well for the 19th meeting of the season. We're on the B course for the Jockey Club races. The mile, the cup and the sprint races 6, 7 and 8. We kick off with the class 4 over the 1,200 metres, headed by Ka Ying Excellent, who's on debut. He's one of 4 debutants in this race. Gunner for Fownes and Moreira from barrier 14. Beaten favourite last time out, gets the blinkers off. Bright Kid fourth in his last 2 starts. We're on fire, runner-up on his debut at a massive price. Gets barrier 1 here. Invaluable, Mighty Giant also on debut, as is Simply Spectacular for David Hall and Zach Purton. Triple was last, but with excuses on his first start. Hugh Bowman jumps on board there and down to Wonder Express. First up since June. Gets barrier 2 here. Keith Young will be in the saddle. The blinkers come off. These are the horses on the road. Bingo even. Gunner, Voyage Star, Triple and Wonder Express. They've been up at Chung Far and back in the last 30 days, Tom. Pace should be good in the first, but as per normal with first starters going around, the map can vary a little, and there's actually 4 horses in this race that are having their second start. So you've got Voyage Warrior, Shanglan Shi up there. Bingo, he's another pace influence in the race. Simply Spectacular, the only catch maybe with him, he actually missed the start in his most recent trial. Gunner's going to have probably trouble getting in from his wide stall, and the other debutants, Mighty Giant and Invaluable, back at the end of the field. We'll have a look at one of the first starters here. I thought it was interesting to see one of those first up, and Ka Ying Excellent is this one, and he's 1,077 pounds. He's had 3 trials. He goes okay. I'll be interested to see how he goes. Tongue Tie goes on him on debut in this particular race. This horse has looked really good in his track work. Look, he really scoots along here. As Tom said, he did miss the start of his last trial, but other than that, everything's been really good, and it's a quick time down there. Yeah. I know, and he's really pushed out. It was a nice piece of work from him. And Triple had excuses at his last start. He had a couple of cracks on the inside and got sort of poleaxed both times and finished well at the back. Hugh Bowman will take over, and his work's been good. All right, OK, that was Triple. Let's have a look at a few of them in action, starting off with Gunner. Now, this is on the all-weather. He's finishing 5th here as favourite behind Dollar Reward, and he has been a bit of a gunner so far, finishing 2nd 3 times. He took the words from my mouth. I was just about to say, is he living up to his name? But look, he's consistent. He's only had the 7 starts, to be fair to him. He's had 3 seconds now. They're going to try and, with the blinkers off, you can see he stayed on nicely enough. Barrier 14 will make it difficult. He's trialled up in Chung Far without the blinkers. He seemed to go OK, and that he was second in that trial, not beaten overly far. But gate 14 is probably the issue here. Joe's going to have to give him a very good steer. All right, Bright Kid, again, has been very consistent. This will be the first ride back for Sylvester de Sosa. In his stint, he jumped from barrier 3 for Douglas White. Yeah, he's close up again last start. He's got a run of second placings, 3 of them in his last 4 starts. This was at Happy Valley last time out behind Aurora Pegasus. It was a bit of a blanket finish there for the minors, apart from the winner. It was a good enough run. Sylvester going on is an interesting booking. He's got gate number 3, so he should get a good run in transit. He's going to get his opportunity, I think. I've put him in on a very minor line. OK, that's Bright Kid. Now, we've got 4 debutants in the field. Wood on Fire made his debut at 100 to 1 last time out, ran well as well. His jockey is Grant van Neerkerk.
Grant Wood on Fire, was it a big price first up? Did he run above your expectations that day?
Yeah, 100% he did. He ran a real good race first up. Obviously, just really green. I was a little bit slow at the bends. I got into a half-decent position. He recovered nicely from that, and he ran on pretty well. He's a horse that's maturing. and his trial the other day with me was pretty good. So I'm hoping I could start off the day well.
Fitness-wise, given that he'd only had one trial leading into that first run, how much has he come on since then?
Yeah, he came on quite a bit. As I said, his recent trial with me was pretty good, and he feels like he has improved. So he's got a very good barrier. So I'll be in the right position with him, and hopefully I can start the day off well, as I said.
When you say the right position with him, he was handy in that trial. Is he versatile tactically based on the race and the trial?
Yes, 100%. It looks like he can come from off them and be up there. But again, a trial in Hong Kong doesn't mean anything. It's at the races what count the most, and as I said, he did feel like he has improved, but obviously at the races it's different. They go a lot quicker in the races, and I'm pretty sure he'll run a good race.
All right, he was 106 to 1 on debut, and he's our early favourite at this stage. That is Wood on Fire. One more horse to have a look at here, and this is Simply Spectacular at the trials. What is he? I Am Invincible 4-year-olds out of a Brocco mare. He's 12.59 pounds as well. He's a big boy.
Yeah, we must remember that a few weeks ago he was down to run somewhere, and Zach was posted on him as the first emergency. He never got a run, so I think we've got to take that into account. He's trialled pretty well here. There was just that one recent trial where he did miss the start, but he looks like he's been working really well, Paul.
He has. He's been working really well. He looks a winner waiting to happen, this horse. And that trial down the straight 1,000, he beat Extra Brute, all the 80 rated horses, and he was rated 52.
OK, all right, Simply Spectacular. We'll take note of him. Market has done as well, but Wood on Fire, the favourite, Paul.
I've got him in, but I'm going to go with the first starter. We'll take a chance with him, Simply Spectacular, on debut. I think he could be better than this. Great. I think Triple is as well. I did make him the horse to follow after his last start, and I just think he's run into a really good one here, but I think that's the Quinella with him in there for second. Wood on Fire has been running well, and Bright Kid fourth. So 9, 10, 6, 4 in the end.
I settled on Simply Spectacular as well with just what he's done at the trials so far. Horse number 9 for Zach Purton and David Hall. Over the 6, that is Wood on Fire, who went a massive race first up. He was slightly pushed out in that recent barrier trial. Triple, he just had a nightmare run last time out, did Triple. He's at 11 and 3.2. Big jockey booking as well with Hugh Bowman and going on board. And Bright Kid next best. 9, 6, 10 and 4.
All right, similar from me as well. I've got the 4, 6 and 9, but the 9 on top as well. Simply Spectacular to win on debut. That's the first event, race number 1.